Hello team, here's our first day of content. This is your daily post and what we should be looking at. Today we're looking at APA citations. So yes, you probably heard of MLA. Usually that's used in English-based courses, sometimes Chicago scene in history. But in social sciences, which is what we fall under, we use APA citations. APA citation and knowing how to do APA formatting is hugely important to avoid being flagged for plagiarism, to avoid also being seen as untruthful in your work. Plagiarism in high school is definitely a lot lighter in the sense of those of you who are thinking of going to college or university. Speaking from an example that I saw happen, was in university, found a classmate was caught plagiarizing an assignment that they handed in, meaning they did not cite their work, they did not follow APA formatting, which is what we were using. And they ended up getting kicked out of the university. So they were expelled, which means the thousands of dollars they spent on textbooks, living on campus, things like that, gone and out the window. So things can be taken very seriously, very quickly. And it's good to have these skills put in place now so that if you do choose to go on to post-secondary, that hopefully will never, ever, ever have to happen to you. But also here in high school, we need to be mindful of plagiarism because it goes based off of offenses. So instead of having to have that really awkward conversation with me about, hey, you plagiarized, we didn't cite correctly, this is giving you the skills to avoid that. So what you're going to do is you'll be completing this APA citation assignment. There's two slideshows here, which I will open up here. One looks like this, and it goes over what is APA, why do we have to credit sources, what you should credit, basic book information, why we need to do in-text citations when we do APA formatting, and some practice things here. And then the second one is here as well. Same thing, goes over similar information, but also shows you breakdowns of items and what they should look like. So please go over these slides before you start the actual worksheet, which I'm going to go over now, just how it looks. So this is the worksheet you will be completing. So I gave an example here. So basic citation format, when looking at a book, should follow the source info of, the title, the author, the year of publication, and the publisher, and the correct formatting looks as such, with the correct in-text citation looking like this. So now it's your turn. So for the sources given here in the yellow box, you're going to create a proper APA citation. And then going down into the next section, you've been given the citation, so you have to pull out the information and tell me, what the title is here, what the author or who the author is, the year of publication, and the publisher. And then once you've completed that, you're going to go to this quiz by following the link that's linked here. Once you've completed the quiz, you're going to work through the 10 questions. You need 80% to pass. You're going to take a screenshot like what I did here, and you're going to place it below in this section. You can just delete this part that says place screenshot here. You're going to replace that with your screenshot. And then you're going to answer the two questions here. So for question 4A, what was something new you learned about APA? Fill it in here. Question 4B, what is the hardest thing you think about APA? So it could be remembering the difference between when using APA citations for books versus websites, when doing in-text citation, and the fact how the reference page should be formatted, things like that. And then following up down here, so your final APA practice, you're going to do, once again, follow the link, work through the interactive slides. You'll move the pieces together to correctly put in order an APA citation. So an example here of what one will look like. And then once you're done, you're going to take a screenshot of that final slide to demonstrate completion. So this is an example of one I quickly did. And you're just going to place this screenshot here. Okay. Really important things to remember with APA. So if I was using these two sources, for example, to complete an APA citation for, let's say, an essay I'm writing, they need to be in alphabetical order on the reference page. They need to have a hanging indent and double spaced on a reference page. So for example, if we look here, Fitzgerald here with the Great Gatsby, this does not have a hanging indent. We would want these two lines to be indented compared to the top, so they're going to be indented slightly. There is a way to do a hanging indent, I believe, under formatting. So take a look into those shortcuts there. So they should be indented, and then they should be double spaced. So let's take this one, and we are going to go into a new file just to show you what I mean. So when you do an actual reference page, you can see. So this is all one line, so it wouldn't need a hanging indent. However, if we were to say, let's go Smith A 2002 learning how to do APA citations for the high school classroom, done by Borland Incorporated. So right there, this one would need a hanging indent. So we're going to start by making sure it's double spaced. I'm in alphabetical order because S comes after F in the alphabet. And then in order to indent this, I could tab over until it indents, but that can take a while. So you are going to go to Format, Align and Indent. And I believe it's under, yeah, Indent Options, Hanging. Do 0.5, apply. There we go. And that's how you make a hanging indent. And this is why, and then the title of my reference page will be references. And then everything is double spaced. Boom. And that's the start of a reference page there. So I just wanted to give this to you as a visual as to what a reference page should look like. So when we get going into the course and you see things saying, hey, you need to have APA referencing, you need to have a reference page, it is on its own page looking like this. And please come back to this video to make sure you are following along and filling it in correctly as we go throughout the course, just so you don't lose out on easy marks, okay? That's all for today. Good luck. I'm here if you need help.